Tafari Campbell, Barack Obama's personal chef, just passed away on a freight paddle boarding trip near the former president's Massachusetts home. What's shocking is that Tafari was supposedly writing a tell-all book before he passed away, leading many to suspect that his death was not a coincidence. Obama's had a lot of secrets exposed lately. A letter to one of his ex-girlfriends has been making rounds on the internet, revealing that the former president used to have fantasies about sleeping with men. Maybe Tafari had more tea to spill? Scandalous secrets that the former president simply couldn't afford having leaked. Welcome back to Celebrity Fix, where we'll be talking about the secret tell-all book written by Obama's chef before his mysterious death. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
Barack and Michelle Obama say their hearts are broken after their personal chef died in a paddleboard accident near their estate on Martha's Vineyard.
Tafari had been with the Obamas for a long time now. He started out at the White House and worked there for 8 years during Obama's time. But when Barack left the office in 2016, Campbell followed him as well. Needless to say, he'd gotten close to the family and knew some of their most closely guarded secrets until he passed away. In July 2023, he went missing in the waters of Edgartown Great Pond on Martha's Vineyard.
We're seeing images of the Obama family chef who died on Martha's Vineyard. His body was found near a pond near the Obama home after a paddleboarding trip.
According to reports, he had been visiting the place from his home in Virginia. The reports also say that the Obamas were not at home during the time of the incident, but the Secret Service was. However, once news of Campbell being missing started making the rounds, authorities started the search for him. Police officers were reportedly looking for a male paddleboarder who had gone into the water, appeared to briefly struggle to stay on the surface, and then submerged and did not resurface.
For a 40-year-old male, possible drowning.
Another paddleboarder was in the water at the same time as Tafari. She saw him go into the pond and struggle as he went underwater. She tried to reach him, but when her efforts failed, she returned to shore to get help. Authorities exhausted all resources looking for Tafari in the water during the night, but unfortunately, the divers' efforts yielded no results. Next morning, on July 23rd at 10 a.m., the unthinkable happened as rescue workers found his body approximately 100 feet from shore at a depth of about 8 feet. The Massachusetts State Police Detective Unit has launched an investigation into the matter, but as of this moment, no foul play is detected.
A story comes out about Barack Obama's chef.
Personal chef.
911 phone call for Obama's chef reported possibly drowning. Martha's Vineyard is plunged into chaos as body of ex-president's cook, 45 years old, is found 100 feet from shore in paddle boarding drowning accident.
Instead, the authorities think that Campbell's death was only an accident. The news has rocked the Obama family to its core. Following the news, the former president of the United States of America released a statement saying, "Tafari was a beloved part of our family. When we first met him, he was a talented sous chef at the White House, creative and passionate about food and its ability to bring people together. In the years that followed, we got to know him as a warm, fun, extraordinarily kind person who made all of our lives a little brighter." Tafari had made a name for himself by concocting various recipes during his time at the White House, including a beer brewed from homegrown ingredients. The news has been especially hard for the Campbells. Miss Campbell took to Instagram to talk about her loss after the news. She wrote, "My heart is broken. My life and our family's life is forever changed. Please pray for me and our families as I deal with the loss of my husband." Tafari was a father of 2 children. Unfortunately, the circumstances of Campbell's death remain shrouded in mystery. According to the Daily Mail, the woman who was with Tafari at the time of his death alerted the Secret Service agent upon returning to shore. Upon receiving the news, the agent called 911. However, the authorities were not keen on revealing the details of the incident when it was first reported. The initial call was received at 7:46 p.m. Responding to the call, the firefighters and authorities arrived on the scene. However, something strange had happened. The police officers left the reason for the emergency call blank in their daily logs, which is not normal routine for them. This combined with the general lack of information surrounding Tafari's death, many think that Campbell's death was not accidental at all, especially considering the recent controversy that's been surrounding the former president. Obama's old letters have recently resurfaced.
Paddleboarding, there's no weight, there's no waves, there's no nothing. It was late at night. He was with somebody else. He was with another male, which nobody knows what happened to that guy. And then Hillary Clinton, I guess, had the same, not a swimming incident, but didn't one of her chefs pass away?
These letters have revealed some shocking details about Barack's sexuality. The letters were penned by a young Obama in the 80s to his then-girlfriend, Alex McNear, where he revealed that he regularly fantasizes about sleeping with men. He wrote, "In regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetuate the endless farce of earthly life. You see, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination." He further added, "My mind is androgynous to a great extent, and I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men. But in returning to the body, I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to accept that contingency." The letters were brought to light by Pulitzer Prize winner David Garrow, who tracked down Obama's ex-girlfriends for his autobiography. He had received the letters from Alex, but one of the paragraphs was redacted. When asked about why that specific para was redacted, Alex said it was about homosexuality. Naturally, Garrow was interested. He did not give up his quest for answers and instead got in touch with Emory University, who provided him with the full version of the letters, making the headline of the century.
Both Alex McNair, who was Barack's girlfriend of 1981 to 1983, and Genevieve Cook, who was his girlfriend in New York in 84, 85, both shared with me all the letters that Barack had written them back then. Barack was very much someone who was sending handwritten letters and postcards.
Interestingly, Joan Rivers had already revealed Obama as gay in 2014. While talking to reporters in New York, the comedian was asked if America would ever see its first gay or female president, and Rivers' words shocked everyone. The 81-year-old said, "We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down."
Do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Shortly after her statement, Rivers passed away during a routine endoscopy the same year. Many think that the two incidents are not unrelated and that Rivers was actually taken for revealing too much about the president. Fans have noticed that there's an emerging pattern here. They think that Obama specifically took out Rivers for pulling the curtain on his sexuality. Word on the street is that Tafari was working on a tell-all book of his own, which makes him the perfect target. Was Obama trying to prevent another PR disaster? It's highly likely, since Larry Sinclair, who wrote the tell-all book on Obama, Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, cocaine, sex, lies, and murder, also died under mysterious circumstances. And that's all for today. What do you think of the situation? Do you think Obama is the man behind Tafari's death? Is Barack really capable of going that far to protect himself? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the celebrity world. We'll see you next time with more videos.